Following the channel for any bit of time, you know that I'm a fan of Amazfit watches. I've been using these things for years, and I've used a whole wide range of these different products, and they're really nice. The newest one, this one, the Amazfit Active Max. So I reviewed the Amazfit Active 2 last year, and this is the bigger version of it. It's a little thicker. It's got a bigger screen and bigger battery. But is that all that worth it? I'm going to tell you about this thing. Stick around. I was sent the Amazfit Active Max for testing and review purposes. However, neither Amazfit, any PR agency, or anybody else will get any input on this video or see it before you, so it's new for everybody at the same time. All right, that's out of the way. Amazfit Active Max. It's a cool watch. It has all the same things you'd expect it to have. You know, Amazfit's done a great job over the years of really getting its operating system up and running and making it smooth and having lots of features to it. But with that, you can have all that, but if you own a good device, it doesn't matter. And the Active Max is really cool. I didn't see this thing coming. I was really surprised when I saw it pop up, and it does a lot of the things I really like from the Amazfit Balance series, whether it's the Balance and Balance 2, which if you want to see that, I'll link that here. I reviewed that previously as well. And then with the simplicity of the Active 2, it adds all that into one watch. And I don't know, this might take over as my favorite watch from Amazfit. It's kind of an interesting watch. So I finally got a nice day out here where it's not freezing cold and windy and stuff like that. So time for me and Atlas go on a walk. So on our walk today, thought it'd be a good time to use some of the tracking features and talk about the mapping features of the watch. So we're out here on our walk. Of course, Atlas has his Sattel AI GPS dog collar on. So if that's something you're curious about, it's a really cool product. I'll link to that review down below as well. But I figured we'd go out here and do some testing on the watch and see how things are going with it, and test it out on the walk. So one of the things I'm not going to talk a whole lot about in this video is the app that you use to manage your Amazfit Active Max watch. So it uses the Zepp app. Zepp is also the name of the operating system. It uses Zepp OS. But the Zepp app, it's great. If you want more of an in-depth kind of a walkthrough of the different features, I covered that in my other videos, like the Balance 2, the T-Rex 3 Pro, those other Amazfit watches. So I'm going to drop some screenshots up here though to kind of give you an overview so you can kind of get a glance of what it is here. So you've got tons of stuff that you can do in here. You get your home screen, gives you your basic metrics, kind of the key things that you've been doing. You can dive into each one to get more information. You got tabs across the bottom to view your workouts, some different awards you've hit from different PRs and different goals. You've got Aura, which there's a free and a paid tier, which gives you some different kind of sounds, relaxation, meditation, kind of some mental health type features within that. You definitely don't have to pay for it if you don't want to use all that stuff or don't care, just skip it. And you got your settings. So there's tons of settings you can go through, whether it's getting your apps, downloading watch faces to your watch, changing your heart rate settings, downloading maps for the offline maps. So all that's within the app. You can cover it all there. So it's an easy to use app, well laid out, tons of features. So check that out. You know, if you want, like I said, if you want more information on it, check out the other reviews. I do more of a walkthrough and how to access different parts of it. One of the nice things that Amazfit has done with their watches is you have the ability to download maps for offline usage. So you download the map, you basically find it in the app on your phone, you find your map, the area you want, download it, and it saves that and sends it to your watch. So now you have it for offline, which is great for navigation if you're out hiking, things like that, and signal stuff and you can't get the maps. You have it on your watch and your phone, which is kind of nice. GPS, we got 5 different satellites on the watch, but it's only a single channel, so we're not doing dual mode on it, which is fine. We're talking about a $170 watch here. This isn't going to be a super high-end ultra tracking watch, but it's got good signal, it's got good tracking, so I have had no issues with that. And the 1.5-inch AMOLED display is super clear. So we've got 3000 nits of brightness. That makes this really easy to see out in direct sunlight. I've been able to look at it, whether it's in always on display mode, where there's kind of the low power mode. I've even been able to see that. So it's really nice. Amazfit's been doing a good job with its hardware, and the watch is nice and easy to wear. The battery life is great. They say you can get 14 days on average usage. I only got about 11, which is great. That's with a couple of workouts, sleep tracking, all of the health monitoring turned up to as far as it goes, always on display, all that running. I still got 11 days out of it, so I'm really happy with that. But it keeps the watch, even with having that large battery in there, the watch is still pretty light. So I don't notice it on my wrist, even though it is a little bit larger than some of the other watches I've tested from Amazfit. So they've got 2 buttons on the side of it, and they're relatively flush with it. Well, I really do like that. That's one of the things I don't like about watches like on the Amazfit Balance or Google's Pixel Watch. I like having the rotating crown, so you can kind of use it as your selector and use it to scroll through menus. It's really nice, but if you're working out or doing stuff and you bend your wrist, you hit that button, and sometimes it can mess things up. So these are really flush. They're still easy to find. There's actually little indicators on the face of the watch, a little red line at the top, which is like your 3 o'clock, and then down at like the 5 o'clock, 2 and 5, we've got a red line and a blue line, which kind of tells you where the buttons are. So it's kind of look from the top to find the flush buttons on the side. So it's kind of nice. So it's a lot of these little things that Amazfit keeps doing in their design, and not just of the hardware, but also in the software. But that battery life, again, going back to that, so I want to talk about the charging situation. So charging this is much like the most recent few watches from Amazfit, where you used to have the little magnetic thing. It was attached to a cable, and it was kind of a pain. Now we got this little puck. It's a little magnetic puck, magnets to the back of the watch, and just plugs with the USB and C. I really like this. The downside though is it's a little bitty thing. It's kind of easy to lose, but it's nice because you can just take this with you wherever you go, and as long as you have a USB-C cable, you've got a charger for your phone, because this thing's really easy to pack and take with you. So just make sure you don't lose it. But the watch itself, so I like it because it's lightweight, and it's got some good battery life and good features to it, like I expect from Amazfit. So the watch itself, though, the case is designed is out of an anodized aluminum alloy, and then we've got a plastic back and bottom side of it, which is the bottom side is where we have all of our sensors. So we're continuing to use the same BioTracker sensor that Amazfit's been using for a while. They continue to tune it and refine it. And you get the heart rate tracking, you get stress tracking, you get blood oxygen, you get all that stuff still comes with it. We've got barometer, it's got an altimeter, so that's kind of one of the other parts that makes this a great watch for people that go out and doing hiking and walking and things like that, because you got the great battery life, you got the good visibility, you got some good durability. We've got waterproof and dust resistance. It's 5 ATM rated, so you can go down to 50 meters of water pressure, so we've got that in there. But with the altimeter built into it, means you can also track your altitude and things like that. So it's good help for that feature as well, having that sensor built into it directly. So you get to keep that in there. But part of the things that I really like about this watch is it's super comfortable to wear because it's lightweight, so you don't feel like you have anything too bulky on your wrist. It's got nice rounded edges so it doesn't catch on things. But the lugs, so where the watch strap attaches to the watch, that point, those things pivot. So it makes it really comfortable, so it wraps around your wrist really well. It's super comfortable, and it comes with this nice sport band here. It's kind of perforated, got the holes in it, so it's a good comfortable watch to wear right out of the box. So it's been really nice to use. I don't have any complaints about the watch. I really don't. It's been a great watch to wear. For 170 bucks, you get 170 plus workouts to track in it. It's got auto tracking for workouts. You got offline maps. It's got a microphone and speaker in it, so you can take voice calls. You got Amazfit's built-in like AI assistant called Flow, so you can use it to, you can set timers, get ask for different things. So it's got a good voice assistant to it for handling some of the utility features. So you got that built into it. It's got 4 gigabytes of storage, so you can store offline music. It really has a lot of great features to it. For 170 bucks, it really is a complete watch. So I highly recommend this. While the watch face is about 1.5 inches big, so it may be a little bit large for some people, but if you don't like that larger watch face, you want something a little smaller and more compact, that's when you look at the standard Active 2 watch rather than the Active Max. Both great watches, a little bit different size, different features between the two. But if you want the bigger watch, more battery life, brighter screen, all that stuff, you gotta check out the Amazfit Active Max. It's a great watch. I'll put a link for it down below. But if you need more durable, then you want to check out the Amazfit T-Rex line. I recently reviewed the T-Rex 3 Pro. Super durable watch, military grade durability, dirt, dust, beat that thing up. It's going to handle it, and it's got a built-in LED flashlight on it, which is kind of cool, instead of just using the screen like this and pretty much every other smartwatch does. So if you want a more durable watch, check out the T-Rex line. If you're wanting something a little more classically styled, check out the Balance 2. It's a great option there. It's going to have the same features, a lot of the same features you're going to get in the Active Max, slimmer profile, a little more dedicated health and fitness features to it, and a little more GPS accuracy, but also going to pay more of a price to it. So those two are your options. Links for all that down below. If you have any questions, I'd be glad to help you out. Please make sure you let those down in the comment section. I'll answer the best I can. Tons of videos coming up, so make sure to like and subscribe button. Super helps out the channel. Hit that bell icon so you don't miss the next video, and look forward to seeing the next one. Thanks for sticking around.